It's a beautiful morning. I slept about 3 hours last night because my brain won't shut off from this build. And probably because I drank way too much caffeine yesterday. But I think I'm gonna mark the 2 rim board edges on the 2 long sides and then slide the joists in place and shim them or plane down that middle wall a little bit here or there or something to get those kind of leveled out just right. Then tack on a rim board, tack on a rim board, rim board, rim board. So the 2 long sides is what I'm gonna dial in because I feel like our sill plate's square and solid on measurements. So, and then I'll drop in all those little short 13 or 14 inch pieces with the hangers along the sides at the ends, and hopefully it's all level and should be square, and then start sheeting. So that's what my brain went over for in my head for hours. I also am finally gonna bust out my laser level for the first time ever. My wife just grabbed it, and I went and grabbed the battery because it didn't come with it yesterday. And so I'm gonna attempt to see if this is readable during the daylight outside. If not, then I'll primarily be using it inside for all kinds of things. So here we go. It's 5:30 in the morning, so I'll have to be quiet at what I do for a while. Get some tools out. I was thinking last night too, mainly why I'm doing these videos is as a video journal for me, because it's the first time we've done this from the ground up like this. So I can go back and remember how I did things, because we intend to do this maybe a couple more times. Maybe not living in the house, but doing another project and selling it or making it a rental or something, just as we approach this kind of like a little not mini, it's our retirement plan. But this is so I can remember, oh, I did this, I did that. And anyway, so it's not really how to do things, but just a video journal. So hopefully it's interesting to anybody who's watching it as well, that's kind of curious about what someone is doing that's never done this before. So see how this laser works. All right, I'm gonna set this up where I had that rim deal. Let's see what happens. I was fiddling with it last night, so I wanted to shoot down this line and see if it'll connect to the other line at the other end. There she is. So you can see the first part fairly easily. I'll see how far I can actually see that laser out here in the daylight. Not very far. So, as an outside application, unless there's, I mean, it is shooting a laser. I wonder if it'll show up on here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I see it on there. You can't see it on the screen, but it is shooting it. I wonder if it's because it's off the board. I had my phone plugged into a charger because I left my cord out here last night and it's almost dead. Yeah, if it's hitting something, I can see it. I can see it on these little bolts. But last night it would lay down a nice line through the house. I was just checking it on our hardwood flooring we had laid. It seemed to be doing well, but I was told that outdoor applications doesn't really work. That's one reason I came out so darn early, is just to see in low light conditions if it would work at all. Back to the chalk line. All right, we're starting to roll the trusses. I always call the joists trusses. We're starting to roll the joists. The first two just felt like dead on, and then the second one just kind of teeter-totters on the middle there, which made me a little nervous, but I'm guessing we're just gonna run the planer a couple times and try and get it back down into place. It'll be a bunch of that, just kind of trying to get each one into place and making sure they're all good to go, and then we just start nailing them in and slapping these rim boards up once everything's kind of shimmed and level. Get it as good as possible. So I'm just setting one at a time, marking it, slicing it off, nailing it across all the way, and just making sure it stays level everywhere. This one weirdly had a crown to it. I didn't think I-joist had crowns, but if you flipped it over, it swept up a half an inch, and I was getting ready to shim and then changed my mind. So it's kind of crazy. I know this is a tedious way to do it, but since this is my first time, this is how I'm doing it. Coming together. We had some dipping in the middle, and so we came over here to see if it was truly on the sides where we were dead on. And even though we thought we had shimmed things just right, there's just a, I mean, it's like a hair, it's like a 16th, but it's just enough to cause these to wave a little. So he's going through and shimming the middle as we anchor them in. All right, we have rolled the joists. We've got rim board all the way up to one side, and we're working on the other, and then we're going to come back in and tie up the ends. I did learn that I only need those cross braces every 4 feet rather than every 16 inches. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because that's what they brought me with the lumber package. So I'll just do that. But my son Matthew's out there in the middle putting finishing nails, 4 nails or 4 extra nails in everywhere in that pony wall down the middle. It's aggravating at times, but it started going smooth once I got my brain going and figured things out.